Yes, Pixie Lott, welcome to the show. You're just saying you enjoy doing the videos, but performing live is the best bit.
Yes, definitely.
You were live last night at the Jingle Bell Ball, O2. How was that? Was it good fun?
It was amazing. Like, I've always wanted to play the O2, so last night it was a lively crowd. The band were wicked.
How many people are in there then, do you know?
I think it's about 17,000.
Wow.
I think.
But they've come to see, there's loads of different acts
there
there.
was a good lineup. There was a great lineup. There was like Lady Gaga.
Did you meet Lady Gaga?
I didn't actually meet her.
Did you see her?
I didn't even see her. I've seen her before, once. We did a show in France together, and I saw her in her dressing room, but I didn't actually converse with her.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. And JLS were there?
After-show party
JLS
last night?
do you know, I don't think there was an after-show party, but I went out with my friends, so I don't get to see them that much.
Did you get the little one in JLS to do a backflip for you?
Aston.
Yeah.
Whenever my friends see them, they're always like, Aston, do a backflip.
That's what I think everyone should do in the world. Every time they say, do a backflip, do a backflip. He spends the whole of his life doing that, spinning around, doing that. So it was good fun, was it?
It was amazing. Absolutely loved it, yeah.
Cool.
And we've got some great questions in for you, actually. The one about your name. I know everyone's going to be asking about your name, but Mark Grahens, I think that is. Does anyone call you by your real name, or are you just called Pixie? And why are you called Pixie, clearly?
I got nicknamed Pixie when I was a baby, when I was born.
Because you're not that little, you're really tall, actually.
I'm not that little, but when I was born, I was very tiny, like a little fairy, and so that's why...
Like the size.
Like a little fairy, and that's where I got the name from. But no, I don't really get called Victoria. I got called Victoria by my science teacher at school. And when my mum's angry or I've done something bad, then she calls
Victoria!
me Victoria.
What, all your teachers used to call you Pixie?
Yeah, at school.
Did
That must have
they?
been a cool school.
Apart from my science teacher, but yeah, everyone else.
But you went to stage school as well, didn't you?
Yeah, so it's a little bit different to the norm.
Did you go to full-time stage school, or was it part-time?
Yeah, no, it was full-time. So, like, in the morning, we'd do academic work, and then after lunch, we'd do all the vocational stuff, so dancing and singing and all the fun stuff.
Wow, did you go with anyone else who we know who's famous?
Well, the thing is, I would still be at school now. I would be in my last year of training, so all my friends are still at school.
Oh, they must hate you then. All the success. So how did you make it then into how did you get a record deal?
It's been a long time coming. I started off, I was always
Not
trying
that long, you're only 18.
No, I've been at it for a long time.
But rumour is when you were 14, you got a double record deal between here and the US. Is that true?
Well, when I was 14, I didn't actually get signed. I found my first manager when I was 14.
Okay, find your manager.
And that was through a newspaper called The Stage newspaper that anyone can get. And I'd always be looking for open auditions on the internet and stuff. And I found this one audition for a manager, and I persuaded my mum to take me to the audition, although she didn't want to, because I've been to loads of these auditions before, and most of them aren't kind of legitimate. But this one was, and I went along, and he ended up being my manager, and it just opened loads of doors, and I met loads of songwriters, producers, labels, and word of mouth just spreads, and yes, I guess that's how it happened.
Does your mum go everywhere with you on tour?
Most of the time, she does.
Is she enjoying it more than you?
She absolutely loves it. She loves it.
You just toured around the world, if you know, just...
I've been travelling all over the place recently, and she always comes. It's good to have someone there, otherwise I'd just be really lonely by myself, I think, in the hotel room.
Oh, bless you.
So what countries have you been to?
Apparently, I've done 22 countries in the last 2 months.
Wow.
My favourite place, out of all the places I've visited, is Rome. I love Italy, it's one of my favourites. But I love America as well. I've been in LA recently, and I think it's just the sunshine that does it for me.
Yeah.
Because you're in a film in America, you know, you're launching first in the movies over there, and then the idea is to launch the album. Tell us about the plans.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been up to recently. I've been out in LA and working on some other projects, and I've always loved acting, so I've been...
What's the film?
It's a film
Called
based...
Fred, right?
It is Fred. How do you know this?
We read our research.
I haven't spoken about this yet. I didn't know if I was allowed to talk about it yet, but...
It's based on an internet craze, a bloke called Freddie...
Lucas.
No, Freddie...
His real name's Lucas, but he plays a character called Fred.
Yeah.
And he's like a...
Freddie Figglehorn.
That's the one.
He's a bit like Pee Wee Herman.
Apparently so, yeah.
He speeds his voice up. It's
Have
kind
you
of
watched some of the clips on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yes.
He speeds his voice up and then talks over it.
So that's made into a movie, which you're
made into a film.
Lead. You got the lead role, the lead female role.
Yeah, well, I'm playing the part of Judy, which is who he loves in the film. Yeah.
He's quite cute, isn't he?
Who, Lucas?
Yeah.
He's lovely. I thought in real life he'd be a bit weird and crazy, because he is in his little clips, but he's lovely and he's really nice.
Okay, let's get back to music. We've got a new single. It's a ballad.
Yeah.
It's a love ballad for Christmas, which you do
very
ballet
Christmassy.
dancing in it as well. So you love dancing before you love singing. Is that right?
Singing, music's always my passion, but I absolutely love dancing. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you're trying to get this to #1 for Christmas? Is that the hope?
I mean, I'm not hoping out for anything. I just want people to love it. It's got a Christmassy feel to it, so I think it's good to release it at this time.
Okay, what's it called again?
Cry Me Out.
Let's have a look. Here you go.
Let's have a look. That's lovely. I love the dancing.
And you wrote that
so
song,
much.
didn't you, yourself?
Yeah, I did a couple of years ago.
So you're writing a lot of songs. But we've got to hear that you wrote
right.
Alexandra Burke's song called You Broke My Heart. So it's cool that you're actually writing for other people already.
Yeah, well, initially I just write songs for myself, but whilst I was working on this album, I wrote like hundreds of songs, and obviously I could only pick 12 for my album. So the other songs that I haven't used, I've pitched out to other artists, and luckily Alexandra picked one up.
We're running out of time, but just quickly, X Factor obviously is going to pip you to #1 at Christmas because it's
You would assume.
because they've got the TV show behind them and everything. What do you think of the X Factor?
I think the X Factor is great to have because automatically you get such a big fan base. And
But for longevity?
for me, myself, I've always liked to kind of work my own way up and write my own music and just have more kind of creative control and just make my own decisions. I think it's just two different ways of making it. You can either go on the show and you get great exposure, or you can just do it your own way. And I've just kind of always wanted to do it this way, I guess.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks to Pixie. Thanks a lot for coming on. Thanks for being